Hey, and welcome to another installment of Geek Out commentary. I'm Sam,
I'm Chris.
I'm Jake.
and we're finishing up Rocktober Halloween Horror Month with, as promised, Ghostbusters 2, which is celebrating its 25th anniversary this year. So awesome! Now,
Yay.
did you know? Here's a fun fact: Ghostbusters 2 is the third movie I saw in theaters, second only to Who Framed Roger Rabbit and The Land Before Time. So I actually saw Ghostbusters 2 before I ever saw Ghostbusters 1. And guess what? Being a 3-year-old watching Ghostbusters 2, this movie scared the shit out of me.
I remember it scaring the shit out of me as well. It's quite
It's a spookier film.
and the scene for me was always the disembodied heads in the subway.
It was really just Vigo the Carpathian in general for me, which kind of sucks because he's the big baddie.
Yeah.
And he does a lot of...
Well, I mean, I guess you're supposed to be afraid of him.
Yeah. So
He's the bad guy.
Well done, Ivan Reitman, for scaring me as a child.
What about you, Jake? Were you a little bitch as a kid?
Yes. It's funny.
What a way to ask.
I'm probably more familiar with this one than I am the first one. Funny enough, I don't know why. I think it is because of the villain in this one, which is
Well, and because of our
striking.
age, like none of us were born yet when the first one had come out.
Though it is interesting to think that for a brief period we all lived in a world, we were all alive in a world without Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah.
Because you were telling me earlier, Jake, that whenever you tend to watch Ghostbusters, you tend to watch them back to back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't really think of a time. I can't think of a time where I just was like, I watched the first one and I was like, that's good.
Yeah.
It's always
Yeah, same for me. Like
one and two.
They're usually a package deal for me.
Yeah. Unless it's not really like me and Chris saw the 30th anniversary
Yeah.
re-release in theaters, and that was one of the few times in really just recent memory where I only watched Ghostbusters just as a standalone.
Well, also, this coming out in '89, we recently rewatched Lethal Weapon 2, and I always said that '89 is like a hell of a year for like blockbusters and entertainment. Because you have this, you have Last Crusade,
Batman.
Lethal Weapon 2, Batman, License to Kill, which is my favorite James Bond movie.
Yeah.
You got some really good stuff coming out in '89.
Was Die Hard the first Die Hard in '89?
No.
Or was it '87?
I think it was.
I think that's 87.
Yeah, it's right around the time of Lethal Weapon. Yeah.
So okay, which was definitely 87 for the first Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
So this is some people kind of knock this movie for being not as good as the first, which I kind of agree with, but I still this is a very entertaining film for me.
As like in terms of like a quality movie, like I've always defended Ghostbusters 2 for being as enjoyable as the first Ghostbusters.
The more
I know you have a couple bones to pick with story, plot, and stuff, and I'm sure you'll get into that when you see fit. And like I agree with all of those things that you bring up, but I had never really thought about them until you had said them.
Yeah, I mean, keep in mind. Well, I'll just fuck it. I'll just say it right now. What I do like is that the ancillary Ghostbusters, specifically, namely Egon and Winston, get more to do in this film than they did in the previous.
Mm-hmm.
If you remember, and if you listened to our last commentary or watched Ghostbusters 1, the EPA, Walter Peck's entire mission was to shut down the Ghostbusters because he felt that they posed some sort of threats, not so much. They posed a threat to New York City for better or worse. And we find out at the beginning of Ghostbusters 2 that because of the damage they've wreaked upon the city, saving it from Gozer, really saving the world from Gozer, and at the end of the first film, they are legally prohibited from being Ghostbusters, come the beginning of this 5 years later, which means that the EPA kind of won.
Yeah, indirectly, but ultimately.
Yeah, so that always kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And it also... There's a lot of, and we'll point this out when you see them on screen, there's a lot of, they tailored Ghostbusters 2 to better reflect the real Ghostbusters cartoon, which, doesn't that theoretically take place between Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2?
That's exactly when it takes place.
So how the fuck does that fit into all this?
Yeah, it must have been a delayed reaction. I mean, court hearings and stuff like that.
I do know how bureaucracies work.
Yeah, fuck bureaucracies.
Yeah. Cut that red tape with a machete, bitch. But fuck it, just cue us up, Chris.
All right. So, just like with the first Ghostbusters, if you just listen to that one, we are watching it with the special edition, the brand new 4K Blu-ray. But much like
which looks gorgeous.
It does.
Films.
Oh my god. We just ran a test to make sure everything worked fine, and just that first scene with the slime coming out of the. I mean, you'll see it if you have it. It's just so good, and buy it if you don't. And get a Blu-ray player and HD TV if you don't. All that jazz. Get it.
Join the 21st century.
I just did recently, so.
Yeah. So we got the movie queued up like usual. Started the movie, knocked it down to 0, hit pause. Got that all set up. All right, I'm going to give you a countdown and then tell you to hit play. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. Really?
I had to cough. I waited until you got done with the fucking 5 seconds.
Thank you.
First thing they'll hear.
I know. Once we
I was about to cough, and I was like, if I cough during the countdown, Chris is going to fucking kill me.
How pretentious is it that they're like, we assume that you just watched like they knew that we just watched Ghostbusters
but look at
1.
this. Oh, my God. This is so pretty. God, the color.
The colors, Max, the colors.
Yeah. Duke, actually.
Yeah, good point. Getting my good humor commercials mixed up.
Sorry, as a cinematographer-ish kind of person that I am, like that just rubs me the right way. It rubs my rhubarb.
Never rub another man's rhubarb unless it's Ghostbusters 2 4K.
Was New York City this angry when you were there, Chris?
That angry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even in a post-Giuliani New York, it's still angry.
I will say, it was always interesting that between Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2, Dana breaks up with Venkman and has a kid with somebody that they explicitly say is not Peter.
Yeah. Some other dude.
Yeah.
Who ditched her.
Which is not a complaint by any means. It was just an interesting plot development.
Yeah. Well, she moves quick. Lee.
So does the stroller.
Yeah.
Yes, honk the horn at the child.
Hey, this is New York, man. Actually, it's illegal to do that in New York. Now you can't lay on the horn. You can toot toot.
You can pump it.
Yeah. But yeah, it's I mean, they probably won't bother doing anything, but you should get ticketed for it.
None the wiser.
No.
Get the stroller out of the street, lady.
Yeah, you dumb bitch. Get the stroller out of the road.
Now the ghost always looks so perplexed. Yeah. The symbol, but when he's flashing the 2, he's happy as a clam.
Yeah, because he's like, peace, homie.
Now that isn't the same car from 1, is it?
I mean, it's the same model. I don't know if it's the exact same car.
Well, it's the Ecto 2, isn't it?
It's not the Ecto 2 until they start up again. Yeah, see, that's the Ecto 1. The Ecto 2 has a whole bunch of new shit on the top.
Do you guys ever have the Ecto 1 toy?
I don't think I did, actually.
I had a
Winston Sands
Lethal
mustache.
Weapon 2. Busy year for her.
Yep. She's also, one of the...
I had a
fraud
glue together model of the Ecto 2.
Nice.
And the Ecto 3 was a helicopter, a one-man helicopter from the real Ghostbusters.
Loses the stash in those 5 years.
So,
5 years ago I only had a goatee. Now I have a full beard. It happens.
It's moving on up.
I want to say I looked up this kid, and he actually is like a big actor now. Like, not a huge actor, but like... Or he went on to do other things.
So how weird is it that the Ghostbusters theme exists in Ghostbusters World?
They were a big hit.
There's, Green Arrow hums his own theme in JLU.
He-Man, He-Man, He-Man. I remember when this movie came out, like, I didn't really care about He-Man, so I was like, what the hell are these kids chanting about? Screw these kids. They're idiots.
Idiot.
Idiot. Fucking Ray with his fucking goofy party hat on.
Covers the bald spot.
So the lawsuit prohibiting them from using the proton packs doesn't prohibit them from wearing them?
They're not technically ghost busting.
Yeah, it's true.
They're just... Yeah.
Exposition. Gets Sam Stone really pissed.
I mean, I never liked the getting the band back together aspect. It just felt unnecessary.
Yeah, it's more of a Blues Brothers 2000 kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it had been like 16 years. Actually, 18 years. Sorry. It makes sense that Egon would
study emotion.
Well, still be able to find that niche that needs his technical expertise.
Yeah.
Whereas Ray needs the Ghostbusters.
Mm. Now, if he's studying the effects on the environment, why would he be slowly increasing the temperature? Wouldn't he be checking to see if, like, their anger would make them make the room hotter or something? It just doesn't. The experiment doesn't make sense to me.
Mm.
Like, are they increasing the temperature in here as well? No, they're adding a puppy. I like this move where he like is examining her.
With like a tricorder, Star Trek style.
It's not a salt shaker. I guess, yeah. Never mind.
Yeah.
You got it.
I did.
I was wrong. Just let it happen. She got married, had a kid, and the marriage dissolved.
To be fair, do you see Venkman as a long-term relationship guy?
I'm just saying, like, within the 5 years.
Yeah.
Like, she, you know, she and Venkman split up. She met a guy, courted the guy, married the guy, had a kid.
And got nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah. Who knows what order?
Yeah.
Kid's at least 2.
He looks younger than 2.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Probably younger than 2. But, yeah, it's true. My niece isn't 2 yet, and she's walking. This kid barely walks.
Yeah. So it must have been recent.
Walking and talking, actually. She's like 1.5. Go her.
It's Shia LaBeouf's dad from the Transformers movies.
Yeah.
He's also in True Detective.
He is the police chief in the first timeline. Interesting to see him with hair.
Really stupid to come out with a book at all, period, because they're like a week away.
To be fair, Pete calls him out on that.
Yeah. I'm just agreeing with Pete. Should have just gone on the internet. Now, why does he have a TV of that, angle right behind him? Like, it's not for Pete Venkman's help.
Yeah, he's already seeing what the TV's showing.
It's just dressing up, and it's like, oh, this is what a TV set looks like. There's TVs everywhere.
Yeah.
By the way, if they were able to rush Ghostbusters 3 and have it still be good, I would love for them... Well, I guess not rush, because it's 2014 now, but I would love...
Exactly.
For some reason, I thought she says 2015, but then I just heard her say 16. I would love for them to incorporate that if they were able to get Ghostbusters 3 working.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's what they're waiting for.
Maybe. Bill Murray's not actually just being a jerk and saying,
no,
I won't do it. He's like, no, we got to do it. We got to commit to this little factoid that only 10 people are going to remember. Me being one of them. And now everyone that listens to this commentary, because I've gone on about it way too long.
He's looking at you right now, Chris, like, I heard you.
By the way, I've always thought that a funny little background for this character is that she got caught cheating on her husband, and she concocted that story, and her husband is a doofus and believed it. So then started helping her get contacts to get the story out, because he bought it so hard that he was like, "Oh my god, we have to tell everyone." I would love for that to be explained. And that I'm right.
He gave him that cat upside down.
It's a cat. It can handle it. It's the only kind of cat that I could ever have, too.
A hairless cat?
Yeah, because I'm allergic.
Yeah, me too.
High five.
And there's there's 6 cats in my life.
God. And that's not a jazz musician slang for women. No, it's literally cats.
There's 6 cats.
This fucking guy. Always the bad guy, unless you watch Psych.
I gotta start that.
It's so good. It's all on Netflix.
Isn't there? I thought there was a season missing on Netflix.
Not to my knowledge.
The last one.
Oh, it's not up there yet.
No, they put it on, then they took it off because the DVD came out.
Oh, same thing that happened to Fringe. Basically the same character he played in Wayne's World, except in that movie it was a bit goofier. He was I don't know, dumb. I've had managers like that.
Complete with the accent.
Yeah. And the bad breath.
So, she goes from musician to...
painter?
Art restorer.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
She's in the arts. It's all the same.
She's got a brush in her hand, doesn't she?
Brush, bow, it's all the same.
Yeah. It looks like shit. Art Garfunkel.
That's creepy. Dandruff. And see, she goes back to the orchestra.
But it's it's like
she tries. But yeah, I mean, that's a prestigious gig.
Mm-hmm. She's in the arts, I guess, like you said. She likes, being artsy-fartsy.
I'm sorry that you have to find one little niche and you can't ever leave it, Sam. You must be pretty fun living in that narrow lifestyle of yours. Could never work in both TV and radio.
The fuck you talking about? Cock man.
I'm sorry that you believe in a world where someone can't work both in the orchestra and the the painting world.
It's just something that never comes up. You'd think that there'd be a reference to it in the first one.
Nah.
At least with that proficiency.
Right. like she has fine art paintings around that she's like, oh hey look, I restored that.
Not even so much as an easel.
Yeah. By the way, when I was a little kid and first saw this for the first several years, that I had no idea what a penthouse pet was, so I thought he was literally spraying an animal with a love potion.
Another hairless cat.
Yeah. And I was like, that guy is sick.
That pipe, man.
Fortune and glory, kid.
Stuff. Thangs.
Bad phone.
The seductive Murray.
That's hilarious.
Never speak that name in my presence again.
How dare you say her name? You made me. See? She still works with
make
the
up your mind. Are you a paint restorator or are you a cello, violin,
I'm
string
just saying,
player?
there's never that's a God, fuck you both. Fuck you.
No, I was on your side, motherfucker.
Sorry. I'm sorry, Sam. I actually agree with you as well. I just
being a bitch as usual. At least they ditched the flannel.
I like flannel.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
So
sorry.
fuck you.
I'm sorry that you live in a world where a man can't wear comfortable clothing.
I've never seen you wear flannel.
Just because you've never seen me doesn't mean I don't like it.
Flannel.
What the fuck was that?
3 Men and a Baby.
Get that Tom Selleck reference in all I can. You know who directed 3 Men and a Baby?
No.
Leonard Nimoy.
Oh.
The fuck?
That was like when I found out that Frank Oz directed In and Out.
That sounds like a porn.
Or a burger spot.
Yeah, West Coast only though.
Good. They can keep it.
Yeah,
East Coast.
Jeek in the box.
Jeek in the books. Have you had a specials next on BBC One? Jeek in the books.
Followed by Inside Doctor Who.
Inside Doctor Who. Okay.
We're going with that porn theme.
Yeah. Totally.
That's what it is. Totally.
Who.
I can't imagine anyone listens to these commentaries. It's just
fucking bananas.
Random smattering of us.
Just us yelling at each other. It gets to a point.
Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Fuck you both.
I'll bash you.
I don't know what you're talking about. Is that a line in a movie?
You'll know soon enough.
Those are portraits of Brahms and Beethoven in the back.
Yeah, because she's an art restorer.
Did you guys ever take piano lessons as children?
No.
Yes, I'm Asian, dude.
Half Asian. I don't know. Maybe like.
Well, he was
that
only
means
good.
it was piano instead of violin.
No, maybe it's the harpsichord.
Means he was only good with the right hand.
Yeah.
His left hand wasn't any good.
I'm a better.
Did you also take violin lessons?
No, I said half Asian.
Yeah.
Yeah. Full would do both.
And excel.
To convert to stereotype.
Venkman always got to do the dirty work. Just like that movie, Dirty Work.
Mm-hmm.
Explains a lot. Poor Egon. Like I said, Egon gets a lot more to do, and I'm happy because of it.
That kid's 25. It's crazy.
Yeah. Actually, it's 2 kids that play
It's
Oscar.
twins, yeah. They always do it because it's easier for production.
Yeah.
And also usually they have one kid that's better at something than the other kid.
Yeah.
Like biting Bill Murray's nose.
That was all that one kid was good for.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
It's so sad.
He's
They were like, we got to cut this sad backstory for Egon with Bill Murray being goofy. It's an intense light, casting the shadow back there.
Do you know they originally thought about casting Bill Murray as Bruce Wayne and Batman?
Yeah. I know I say this about every casting choice I ever had to make for any movie ever, but I still think Mel Gibson would have been a great Batman in 1989.
Yeah, I mean,
like an amazing Batman.
He was in shape,
especially Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
It means poop. You know, they have a pretty healthy relationship for people that had broken up and didn't want to see each other. Or, well, at least Dana didn't want to see Venkman.
Venkman didn't know about it.
Yeah. I love that. Whatever the fuck the Gaga meter or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah. Gaga meter.
That
we could.
He just said it, you were fucking talking.
We could.
I'm pretty sure
commentary.
Your commentary. Pretty sure it's called the Gaga meter.
Oh, there's the flannel.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Give me that flannel.
Yeah, well, he's jacking.
Hardcore Egon. My favorite Egon.
Oh, the flannel.
Aykroyd doesn't believe in flannel.
Yo.
The power sign from Egon.
Yeah. Ray. This
art
is actually a museum in Battery Park, not an art gallery. And it's like the Museum of the Native American or something like that.
I remember that freaking me out when I was 3. The idea that paintings could, like, fucking, like, force
light you up.
Yeah.
So light it up, light it up, light it up, I'm on fire!
But in this case, electricity, really. But the just the idea that paintings could do that. He's, of course, his voice is dubbed by Max von Sydow.
Of course.
Disappear into my kneecap.
Ugh.
I mean, shit like that. I remember, like, when I was 3. It's all it took.
Looks so pretty. A child.
He's looking right at me when he says that.
Yep, because you're a child.
Damn right.
And I'll do it again. Title of another of Sam Stone's porns. Keep it coming.
Keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming full steam.
The ripping and the tearing.
Another one of his porno names.
How many abandoned subway stations are in New York City?
Not that many.
River of Slime, another one.
This is actually an actual... it's not actually a subway station. They say it but it's it's the pneumatic transit, which was designed privately by a dude back in the early 1900s, and it just basically goes like 2 blocks. That's about it. But it was supposed to, back when the subway system was really kind of disjointed, he was like, oh, well, I have a better way of traveling. And it was used for like maybe, it wasn't actually ever used. He was just showing it off, and people were like, oh, that's cool. And then I think the subway was just cheaper to make. But it used compressed air instead of electricity.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, that station is actually near the courthouse in the near the Brooklyn Bridge in Manhattan. Which is actually really close to the subway station that they used in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, which is
an abandoned subway station.
Well, not so much abandoned as like just disused.
Right.
I guess that's abandoned. I mean, trains still go through it. They just don't stop there anymore.
Right.
If you take the 6 train all the way.
How catastrophic would this be, by the way?
Pretty fucking catastrophic. You remember a couple years ago when New York blacked out for like a week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Bananas.
Fucking bananas.
Yeah. But yeah, if you take the 6 train all the way downtown to Brooklyn Bridge, they don't make you get off while it turns around to go to the uptown side. And while it's taking that track, it cuts through that station.
And you can briefly see it through the window.
Barely, though, because they don't have any lights on. So don't get too excited if you do it. What a weird way to pronounce baby.
Yeah.
Baby. This guy's so fucking creepy. It's like looking in a mirror.
That's what you see when you look in the mirror. So everything you say is said like him.
Yeah.
This vague Eastern European accent.
I am
this weird, like, curly flat top.
Janos, where are you from? The Upper West Side? This effect, I always thought was really fucking cool.
Yeah.
The next day.
Oh, hey, cool cigarettes.
He gets killed by Al Pacino in Scarface. He gets shot in the stomach while saying, fuck you.
Malarkey.
Malarkey. What a great fucking word.
Malarkey.
Also, speaking of changing careers, Lewis is no longer a CPA. He's a lawyer.
They do...
I mean, yeah, they do reference. There it is. There it is.
Yeah.
That is some hair that Dan Aykroyd is rocking.
God.
Holy moly.
Now, why would they take those guys through the court?
I think they were from like different eras. One was from the past, one was from the present, one was from the fucking future.
Not the regular future, the fucking future.
The fucking future.
The best future.
It depends. Depends where you land.
Depends on who's fucking who.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite Egon lines coming up.
I love this face. much like Sam Stone's sex life.
It's my favorite Egon line.
That is a Sam Stone line if I've ever heard one.
Yeah.
Like,
you're totally the Egon of our group.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's not. It's like Sam is Egon.
Yeah. You're the Egon of our life.
Like, none of us really embody anything else having to do with Ghostbusters as much as the fact that Sam is Egon.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to write in the copy for this commentary. I am Egon.
Yeah.
Can you end each commentary with "I am Egon"?
From now on.
God. Studio?
Yeah.
Damn right.
And I'll do it again.
Baby. That's such a great line. That's such an innocent, great line.
I like Lewis a lot more in Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah, he's a lot more lovable.
Yeah. They toned down the kind of creeper aspects because they got Janosch.
A lesson that George Lucas did not learn when he made the prequels and had 12 comic reliefs as opposed to just one.
Yeah.
Topical humor. The ooze just farted.
How is this even a point of contention for the general public after what happened in New York 5 years ago? A fucking marshmallow man walked through Central Park
Nope,
West.
it's malarkey. I love that he calls her kitten.
They didn't say order in the court. He just yells at him and tells him to shut up.
You too, Mr. Tully. I love that you can see the pump underneath the jar. I love how, there's wind, too.
I do love this scene, though.
Yeah.
Boys are back in town.
I could never take these ghosts too seriously because they're basically Muppet Men.
I love that the laugh that they make when they first start sounds like the laugh at the beginning of Wipeout. Now, how could he tell who they are since they're so cartoony?
Because he had two Muppets since the electric chair.
Yeah, you don't forget Muppets.
Touche.
Fuck you on your table.
I don't believe in judges. Yeah. Wipeout. And you don't want us exposing ourselves.
Damn right.
I'll do it again. Sorry.
It's a knee-jerk reaction for you at this point.
It is. It's like me saying sure.
He just left his oven on. Can this day get any worse? They're all competing for highest hair.
Egon wins in this movie.
I know, but Aykroyd, man, Dan Aykroyd's
he puts up a fighting
second,
chance.
Man.
He's also got super Widow's Peak in this movie.
Yeah.
Ultimate. Well,
so does Bill Murray.
Bill Murray's always had Widow's Peak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus, look at that hair.
Yeah, Aykroyd. I mean,
but Ramis wins by a mile.
Oh yeah.
It's fine, guys. Whatever. I'll just do it myself.
Damn right. What a
smirk.
pimp. fucking love Egon.
I bet you do.
At love this yourself.
Point,
hey, gotta love yourself. No one else will.
That's right.
At this point, they've totally eaten that woman.
Yeah. They didn't care.
Got dangerously close to crossing the streams there.
Yeah.
I mean, they proved that it's okay.
They crossed the stream 4 times in the end of the first one, and they just got covered in marshmallow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all of them except Bill Murray.
It's another one of Sam's porns covered in marshmallow.
Mm-hmm.
By marshmallow, he means semen.
That's in the title as well.
Yeah, it's in parentheses.
Yeah.
It's just it covers just a picture of Sam, like kind of having that face.
Yeah, yeah. That one. No one else can see it right now, but he's got it.
Damn right, and I'll do it again.
I really want to play the game again now.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
I'm not very good at video games, as most people listening to this probably know. But I was never able to get past the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man myself.
I never got very far in the game. I just remember it was just really cool because, they wrote a script for it and everything.
Yeah, basically, when promoting the film, Aykroyd's basically like, I wrote this as Ghostbusters 3.
There it is.
Oh. We should find, these things on eBay and play Ghostbusters.
I used to have all these toys.
There's enough Ghostbusters cosplay out there that it shouldn't be too hard to come by.
No.
Well, the full on proton packs that you usually see people doing cosplay with.
Yeah.
Those are $1,500 because they're metal and blinking and they make noise and stuff. Josh had screen accurate grade.
Janine's hair is meant to reflect how she looks in the series.
Yeah.
That was a direct, change.
I'm sure she loved that.
When did they change uniforms?
During this montage, I think.
There's the Ecto 2.
Yeah.
So, Sam, for you, or as far as you're considered, Ghostbusters 2 starts, now?
Yeah.
There's the new suits.
Yeah. You could start it at the courtroom sequence.
Yeah, I love the courtroom sequence.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's who you call. Oh, this is the giant lake in Central Park.
Yeah.
This is near the Guggenheim, actually. The Guggenheim is right behind Bill Murray.
I love this. I actually love this commercial more than the one in the first one.
Oh, yeah, no, it's way better. Ooh, a video on how to build your own proton pack.
I'm pretty sure I saw a group cosplaying at Baltimore Comic Con when I was up there Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And it was it wasn't a half-assed attempt, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it was full on. God, that thing's so top heavy.
Yeah.
It's insane.
How many takes of that where
seriously,
it slid off
I'm
the
toppling over? Do you like those outfits?
I
compared to the first one?
I could go either way.
Yeah, I bet you can.
There he is.
Yeah. There's more, yeah.
Did you ever see the Slimer bank bust we had at the shop?
Yeah.
It was actually really cool looking.
Yeah.
I think it sold this week.
But yeah, Slimer, increased presence in this film because of his prominent role in the cartoon as well. That was another conscious change to get it to sync up more with the cartoon.
So, just so everyone can be involved, I just did a quick eBay search on the Kenner proton packs, and the cheapest one I saw was $150.
Jeez. What about one of the traps?
I didn't even. I was only looking at proton packs.
Oh.
Sorry. Yeah, you tell him, Egon. He looks around like, right, guys, right?
Yeah.
That was a good one, right? Now, does it have to spill over for the ghost to pop out?
I guess that's why they stopped him.
Yeah.
Or they just didn't want to get the table to get all gooey and sticky.
All
Again.
Slimed, yeah.
Is that stuff made out of anything in particular? Like, do you guys know of?
Yeah.
Just like a goopy goop.
I imagine it's probably just like a liquefied jello kind of thing.
Okay.
You hound.
He does everything with ghosts.
Yeah.
You sex fiend. How does he sleep with it? Did he mold it into like a fleshlight and just...
You know what? I'm gonna forget about that.
But to answer your question, Jake, the slime is a mixture of it's a vegetable based methicel, which is to say vegetable oil mixed with food colorings.
Oh, it's probably corn syrup.
Yeah.
Like when you make fake blood, it's probably just really thin corn syrup.
Yeah. They apparently made 100,000 gallons of the stuff for the production of this film.
I love this song. Whoa! One of these days, if we have a New Year's where there's karaoke, totally gonna sing this at karaoke.
See how many people get the reference.
Yep, and probably it's gonna be you, Sam.
Just me and Josh.
Yeah. Josh is going to be like, how dare you do something from Ghostbusters 2?
Dan Aykroyd is not pleased.
Room 304.
It was impressive how quickly he knew where Dana Barrett, a random worker, was.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
I always like to believe that he had some huge beef with the past masters.
Yeah.
A ratings battle.
Checked out by the Carpathian.
He's suffering far too much Carpathos. Oh, I don't even know if that's a good joke.
Carpathal tunnel syndrome.
Oh.
Hey, it's about as good as yours.
By the way, yeah. By the way, Jake just buried his face in his hand.
Did one of those Patrick Stewart memes. Oh, Jesus.
I'm Janos.
Friend. His accent is about as believable or as realistic as Boris Karloff's Dracula accent.
Bela Lugosi's?
That too. Yeah. Sorry that I got those two mixed up. I'm gonna go kill myself now.
Ouch, that's what did it.
Yeah. Sam's like, that's all I had to do.
Get you to mix up Universal monsters? Who do you think Lon Chaney Jr. is?
He's the mummy, right?
Totally.
The creature?
Phantom of the Opera? His father was the Phantom
The Invisible
of the
Man?
Yeah.
Frankenstein's monster? Not Frankenstein.
As everyone commonly screws up.
Except for I, Frankenstein, because he says I, Frankenstein.
He's Adam Frankenstein in that film.
Oh.
Because he's the first man-made creation.
Yeah. But yes, so the original Dracula accent was a made-up accent as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Whoever it was that did it.
Though Bela Lugosi was Hungarian, which does not have Transylvania.
Yeah,
Transylvania is in Romania. Is a neighborhood. Is a part of
it's like,
Romania. Actually,
it's like Williamsburg.
Yeah, nobody goes there except for hipsters. I would love to go to Transylvania though. Dracula's castle still up and running. We have time, guys.
Let's do it.
We're still technically October.
No.
We have a whole day.
Yeah.
Except for the people that aren't listening to this on Halloween. Happy Halloween, by the way, guys.
Yeah, happy Halloween.
Yeah.
End of October, Rocktober. Look at all that
Pepto-Bismol.
Looks like intestines.
A big pink snake.
We don't have to say it. We don't even have to say it.
You know.
I know.
Loyal
Exactly.
listener, you know.
Yeah, they know.
The Blob, starring Steve McQueen.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
Sure.
That's some bad ADR.
Yeah.
That's what the hell this is.
Peter's apartment in this is probably how I would love to live in New York.
Yeah, no, if I ever moved back to New York, I would want to get an apartment like this.
A Venkman-sized and styled
Yeah.
apartment.
I've
that brick masonry and stuff.
Yeah. I've right before I moved away, I found where his apartment building is, and I was like, "Holy shit! I used to walk past it all the time. It's right near the Bowery,
which is my favorite neighborhood in New York."
Yeah, even without their diner.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Bowery Diner.
Yeah, even without Washington Square. That's in Greenwich Village. Greenwich Village is probably my second favorite neighborhood in New York. If only because of the slaughtered lamb in the Washington Square. But Maximum Ackroyd.
Working on that hair.
Yeah.
The IFC
That's
Center is pretty nice, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which is right there.
That's the man that stole Paul Stanley's girlfriend.
That's right. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah. Also,
Dan Aykroyd one-upped Paul Stanley.
He did. And his wife is the lady that Garth is crushing on in the first Wayne's World.
Ooh.
Tying it all together. So whereas the previous film was brought to you by Perrier, this film was brought to you by Avion.
Sure.
Oh, boo.
Benny!
Yeah.
Benny!
Jesus. The only jet... Oh, even worse. Joe Namath in the Hall of Fame for a lucky guess. The only jet that ever mattered is Flash Gordon.
And Joan.
Which is to say a fake New York jet.
Look at it this way. He's using it as a diaper.
That's exactly, yeah. He's take a huge dump in that. S-H-I-T, shit. That's how I go to bed every night.
Every night.
Here comes the Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
Maybe, actually, we should call it the Bill Murray.
Yeah.
This predates Jurassic Park.
Predates it, man.
By what, 4 years?
Yeah, but he's not topless.
Or letting that chest show.
Yeah, that's true. Well, okay, fine. You know, this is the Elvis, and Goldblum was the Beatles. This is messed up, but speaking on, like, choking in the middle of the night or whatever, there's a girl who came into the shop who looked exactly like Jane from Breaking Bad.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That is
kind of wild.
That is a rough analogy.
Yeah. The moment where I think Walter White has crossed the line.
That's still the like outside of Ozymandias for certain reasons. That's still like the most disturbing episode for me.
Yeah.
Is the
way
episode before the season 2 finale.
Yeah, the way her eyes open after she dies, staring. Right
I think
at
you
Walter.
were telling me too that, and I read that Anna Gunn said that Bryan Cranston like sobbed for like 15 minutes after that scene.
Jeez. They did 3 different takes. And that was the middle one. One where he kills her, one where he is more innocent, and the one they used where he kind of hesitates. So he was basically killed like Braveheart. So wait, why are they not wearing the Ghostbusters 2 like with the 2 ghost?
Shh. No,
like, too many questions.
One of them they have the patch. The 2.
Oh, the 2 patch.
Yeah,
maybe they just swap out. Maybe it's not like nothing but black costume.
Yeah, it's like alternate jerseys.
Yeah.
On a Sunday.
Home games and away games.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, flannel. Well,
flannel watch. Thanks to my comment earlier.
Yeah.
And sweater vests. They never
Dude,
go out.
Sweater vests are always in the Ghostbusters.
I have a sweater vest.
Nice.
2 actually.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Ugly motherfucker.
A whale.
Winston, the muscle of the group.
Bill Murray for Deadpool. It's not taking anything seriously. I feel like those are actually like real eyes that they just like superimposed on the painting. The hell is that?
Looks like a meat tenderizer.
You're a meat tenderizer.
Depends on the meat.
Get the funk up!
That was me bastardizing the famous guitar intro to Kiss.
Oh, yes.
Is that a bed sheet? No, it's a towel.
Sigourney Weaver's in that in the Cold Light of Day movie with Henry Cavill. I love Sigourney Weaver, but that is like a phoned in performance like you wouldn't believe. I mean, that movie's not good at all. It's a horrible movie. And then she's got that awkward death scene in Avatar. It has to be a weird scene because she has to be soaking wet the entire time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they know they didn't do this in like one take. I remember one time on the way to a softball game, like a year or two ago, my buddy, who was also the coach, his socks were wet, like, because you were like, so we rolled the window down and then rolled him back up and had him hanging out the side of the car while we were driving to the game. Totally dry by the time we got there.
Nice.
And we got our asses kicked. Lost horribly. Both games.
Probably because the socks weren't.
Both games. Dry. Lost horribly.
What a gaudy coat. God, he was about to throw up.
Do you want to have something to eat with me?
Sorry for anyone that doesn't appreciate vomit humor. Because that was really loud.
Or vomit noises.
Yeah.
To be fair, that is a pretty busy street in Manhattan. I've been there.
Yeah.
That's what Sam looks like when he wakes up.
I've seen it, yeah.
Yeah, because you wake up next to him.
Then my hair stands up like...
Wouldn't have it any other way.
My hair stands up more like Egon's.
It's true. Yeah, it's true.
Because, like, literally.
What?
Wakes up at 2 p.m.
So you just put in IHOP, Chinese, Glory Days, Red Robin, and that's basically how we talk before we do one of our podcasts. We're not developing film either, but...
I am.
Well, maybe one of us is. I don't know.
I've got the giant magnifying glass.
Yeah.
Jesus. It's also a Sam Stone porn dangling like a worm on a hook. Fine. I thought it was funny. I'm clever.
Whatever helps you sleep.
Why is there a lock on the outside?
Isn't there a window?
Yeah, right there.
Yeah. Winston is the muscle.
Yeah. I like how there was a flame near the camera that just kind of went out on its own.
I do love the holidays in New York.
Yeah.
What would you say is your favorite time of the year? Certainly not the summer, I'm sure.
For me?
In New York, yeah.
In New York? Actually, winter, when it's snowing. It's so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get some long underwear on and walk around. It's pretty.
You in the long underwear walking around in the snow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I figured.
That's the visual.
Yeah, not New York.
Yeah.
I'm pretty.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
I was clearing up for
so
people
pretty,
who might...
so witty, so pretty and witty and gay.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah, straight up West Side Story status.
Straight up gay. That's my porn.
You're stomping on my territory.
Whenever I was in New York, it was always like on the West Point campus, which is like one of my favorite places on earth.
Mm.
Yeah.
And
hollowed ground.
We would go into the city occasionally, but I always loved it because we usually go up there when it was like fall, early winter. Although
autumn for those of you outside of the United States.
For graduation, it was like insanely hot.
Oh, Chris, get your butt cheeks ready to start clenching in fear.
Yeah, it's not my butt cheeks, just the anus.
Ah, okay. The entire rectum.
Just.
Oh, you and the sounds,
that
man.
Sound effect.
Jesus God.
I always wanted to be a Foley artist. Those are people that make sound effects for movies.
Well, if anyone ever needs a guy having diarrhea, vomiting, sucking a dick, or any of those similar noises,
for my zombie
Chris
movie,
Nolan is the man for you.
For my zombie movie, I made all the Foley, the Foley noises for the and all that good shit.
Yeah.
Winston. I mean, I can watch it now, but as a kid, I would duck under the covers during this bit.
Reminds me of the Well of the Souls in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah. It's so much quicker than I used to think it was. Like, it felt like it went on for like a minute or two when I was a kid. Now it's like 10 seconds.
Harold Ramis would say that this scene was the least favorite scene he ever filmed, because they filmed this part of the film in December.
Like as a Ghostbuster or ever?
Ever. Because, so they get covered in slime, and they're filming this in December of 1988, and it's like 2 degrees in New York City. And so he's covered in like this like liquid, and they had to film it 14 times, 14 takes, and they found out that the camera fucked up, which we have some experience with.
Yeah,
the camera fucked up, so they had to do it the next day another 14 times.
Oh, wow.
God. Yeah, no, I hate camera fuck ups, which is usually why I'm my own cameraman. So at least I can blame myself. I'm not relying on someone else.
Yeah, we've had some maybe not great cameramen in the past. Or at least not up to snuff. That doesn't even look like Winston anymore.
I know. Got the hair rising.
It's actually Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. As rumored, originally intended. And he's looking right at me when he says that.
You know, we should get a still frame of that and have Ernie Hudson sign it.
Yeah. He's always a convention staple.
Yeah.
Partially because he doesn't act as much as the other guys.
Yeah. I mean, he was in a couple episodes of Psych.
Just one, because they.
Oh, really?
They
recast,
that's
right. They recast, yeah. Right, his character showed up a couple times.
Which I never understood. I was like, what were you doing that you couldn't come back for?
He was at San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah, something like that.
It's like, and they filmed that in Vancouver.
Yeah.
That's the West Coast Canada place, right? Yeah. Okay,
yes,
good.
Yeah. Not too far from Seattle. A couple hours.
Yeah. So it was a funny joke because, of course he couldn't make San Diego to Vancouver.
Yeah. Or any other con, really.
Yeah.
He really loves New York.
Yeah. He's one of those New Yorkers that's, full of himself and his city.
Loud and proud of it.
Yeah.
100,000 gallons, dude, over the course of the entire production.
Jesus. By the way, if that's a standard New York track, that's only about 5 feet deep. Just so everyone knows. Granted, it's like they said, it's the pneumatic tube, but that measurement is on record somewhere. They could have found it. He didn't need to drop a line. It's flowing really fast too.
14 takes, 2 days, so 28 takes.
Well, not that. I think what you're talking about is when they come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying they're covered. They're actually covered in that stuff in 2-degree weather.
I just wanted to make sure that people listening didn't think, oh, that was what they were complaining about.
Or maybe not 2-degree weather, but
really cold.
Yeah,
it gets pretty fucking cold, and that was a cold winter. You do know that, right? That was like my response to when we were filming something a while ago, and Jake was like, "This is like the best directing I've had," or this is like the best directing ever. And I was like, "Man, if I could have that kind of support all the time, I'd be right as rain." So thanks, Jake.
You're welcome.
And fuck you, Sam.
Fuck you too.
You never say anything nice like that to me.
Yeah.
Because you don't deserve it.
I give you good revision notes. I'm like, oh, this effect looked good. Keep it.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. I do like how you pepper in like, I really liked this.
Yeah.
As
good.
Well as, could we fix this?
Yeah. Can we
this effect was satisfactory.
Yeah.
It was good enough.
I really do base my uptown accent off of Janine, don't I?
Yep.
Yeah. Which is funny because it's more of a Long Island.
Yeah.
maybe a jersey. Depending on
Mario.
We already did that.
So she just goes from Ghostbuster to Ghostbuster employee, I guess.
6 to midnight Moranis.
More anus 6 to midnight.
Again, 2 a.m, December 1988, 14 times.
And they had to wait while they cleaned off the
why
slime.
so many times?
The angles.
Angles and all that, yeah.
Angles and flubs. That person pushing the cart. Someone didn't do a very good job continuity-wise. The guy wasn't pushing the cart behind Winston.
He was only there for takes 1 through 3.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a different angle from the first angle. Every time they cut the camera, that's a different take right there. And then there's going to be bloopers. Almost no one gets it right on the first time every time. The Stuff.
Ever see that film?
No, I want to. It's one of my lists.
Not a fan.
I mean, I remember I watched the the AVGN thing he did about it, and I was like, yeah, I could go without ever seeing that movie ever.
I've seen it.
I've seen it. God, why don't they just call him on his cell phone?
What do I say here?
I just want someone to acknowledge that it's funny that I referenced technology that didn't exist at the time.
Well, it exists. It's just
shut the fuck up.
Hey, now that
now that you're commenting on it, you're not commenting the right thing.
It's actually funny that our most aggressive commentary is Ghostbusters 2, dealing with the slime of pure evil. Starts off with me yelling at Chris that I waited until you did a 5-minute fucking count. And then Sam yelling at us about, even though I had his back on the fucking Sigourney Weaver, and he fucking yells at all of us.
I'm watching Ghostbusters 2. The movie starts out with people pissed off on the street.
Because it's New York, man. What a town.
New York during the holidays. I love it.
By the way, never go to Rockefeller Center to look at the tree. It is a shit show.
Oh, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I've walked by
I did it once because a girl wanted to do it as a cute little date thing.
Mm.
And I put up with it because it was a cute little date thing. And I like doing cute little date things.
Yeah, you're better off just walking the High Line.
Yeah, because that's an adorable date. And we did that too. It was a better night. I mean, granted, it's closed at night, but shut up.
Is it closed at night?
Yeah, it is. It closes at sundown.
That's a bummer. Because that would look gorgeous at night.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's one of those things that they don't actually... There's like... I don't think there are like gates that they close or anything like that. I don't think. Now I don't even know.
Going for the highest hair.
Oh, even Shanine's putting in a ballot.
Yeah.
Ballot? Yeah, she's trying for it. Whatever.
She's throwing her hat in the ring.
There you go.
And her hair in the ring.
Hey, wee-o.
What the fuck was that? I do that typical line, too.
Ghostbusters didn't go away.
Her earrings annoy me because they're asymmetrical.
I won't tell Peter that you fucked on his couch. Thank you.
Acting like she bought it. She doesn't know we were fucking. They just fall over.
Wow. Racist, aren't we, Mr. Mayor?
Oh, yeah, up. Sure. Pull that card. It's not because he's covered in slime or anything.
Oh, I will. You could have put in any other Ghostbuster in that scene.
Sorry, you were the one complaining that Winston didn't get enough lines in the first one. Then when he does get enough lines, you're like, oh, racist.
Yeah.
Almost 50% means one of them. There was one day I was thinking, I was like, what does almost 50% mean? It means out of 4, means not 2. 1.
We just went for a swim in it.
And maybe killing each other. Be living it. When are we going to watch that?
Maybe I'll make that. Maybe I'll sub out one of the picks that makes Jake cry with Taffin.
Taffin may be a pick that makes me cry. I don't know.
Well, fine. If maybe I'll cry too. Who knows? Maybe it'll be more
Cry Fest 2015.
Yeah. It's my party, and I'll cry if I want to. How many frogs do you put on hot plates, Dan Aykroyd?
I mean, you don't?
Yeah. Didn't know that was protocol.
Every frog he finds. Slime Square. I feel like Nickelodeon probably did something like that. Falling for the old downtown trick.
That's Bill Murray's brother, by the way. That's why they look similar. No, seriously, that's Bill Murray's brother.
You know, he's in Caddyshack. He's one of my favorite lines. Pick up that blood. And he goes, Your Honor, Your Honor.
Talks back a lot.
Just like Otis.
It's a nice place, Mr. Luthor.
Yeah.
A small place, Mr. Luthor. It's a nice little...
Otisburg! Can't wait for us to watch all the Superman movies.
It's coming. I promise you guys, it's coming.
Yeah.
Another thing that you say to women.
Yeah. Empty promises. Fire in blanks.
Sam Stone. Empty promises, not buttholes. What does that have to do with Ghostbusters at all?
It's the river of slime, right? Because that ain't slime.
Jesus. We won't be able to release this one. I'm going to have to tag sexual content on this.
I mean, they were never family friendly.
No, they weren't. Married to Citizen Kane.
A fictional character.
Yeah. Also known as the Shadow.
Flannel.
I feel like that was the flannel shirt he wore in the first one when she first visits the firehouse. Because it was a green flannel.
Firehouse. Get the funk up.
Which Kiss song is that from?
Get the Firehouse?
Yeah.
Firehouse?
Hey, Jake, you know that line, shout it out loud? Which Kiss song is that from?
Psycho Circus?
Yeah, it's either that or Journey of 1,000 Years.
What about Lick It Up? Is that what song is that from?
It's from Beth. My baby.
I like how they actually filmed this at Christmas time. Because you can see the Empire State Building there as its Christmas colors.
December 88, man.
There were people selling trees.
Which I guess if they filmed it in December 88, that means it was like 6 months of post-production. That sounds about right.
Or they like filmed all the exteriors first and then like spent the rest of the year filming interiors. And then
which probably makes more sense too.
Yeah.
Remember for New York Comic Con when they had last year they had the Spider-Man colors, and then for Jeter's last day, they had it all like Jetered out and stuff.
Yeah,
that must be like really cool though to have like the Empire State Building. You can
do that too.
Oh really?
Yeah, I mean
yowzas.
Yeah, how does Vigo the Carpathian have a nanny ghost?
It's Janosch.
Janosch the nanny ghost?
It was. It's played by the guy that played Janosch.
Oh. There's a fun fact for you listeners.
She even says it.
Well, fuck me in the asshole.
Yeah, no, I'm surprised that you guys didn't recognize him. It took me a long time to recognize that was Janosch.
Yeah.
Then again, I also didn't know that Michael J. Fox plays Marlene McFly in Back to the Future Part 2.
I actually
his daughter.
Yeah.
I mean, I've known it for a while, but I didn't see it until like the DVDs came out. Actually.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Bill Murray can't stand being in the same room with his brother and goes face down.
Yeah, it'd be too weird if they were both looking at each other.
The universe would crack.
Yeah, it's like crossing the streams.
You mean like right now?
Yeah.
That was a close one. We almost cracked.
That's right.
Now, so they talk about how much bad vibe and stuff like took to fill up that much. That's got to be like 10 times as much in such a short period of time. How hateful is
the Sox are in town?
I don't know, man. You used to live there.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, you used to ride the subway.
Yeah. Also, hold on. Point of order. Oscar just got kidnapped, and the Empire State Building had green and red. But this is New Year's Eve. As they establish soon.
Do they stop the Christmas colors after Christmas? I don't.
Yeah,
that's a legitimate question.
Yeah, no, this is a secular place. It's not Catholic, or well, maybe not Catholic, but the Christian, various Christian denominations, like the 12 days of Christmas are after Christmas. But secular
January 6th.
Yeah, secular anything is Christmas stops Christmas Day.
Do they? So they go back to white lights after Christmas.
White lights. I mean, it depends. I don't know what I guess generic. Yeah, generic would be white lights, but yeah, it's definitely not Christmas lights.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
Speaking of this being like a New York movie and stuff,
yeah.
What's the weirdest thing you ever saw happen on the subway? Anything in particular? I just remember Sam when we. I give you a second to think. Remember that lady was just like quoting the Bible really loud.
That happens
all the time.
That happens a lot.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, like that was when we were there.
Yeah.
I mean, shouting.
Yeah, shout it out loud. I've seen the like hobo that might be dead in subways before that takes up entire cars because
he smells like he shit himself last week.
Yeah, because he's dead.
Because he probably did. Yeah, or that.
At least his bowels.
One of the weirdest things that I saw happened at a station, not on the train itself, but I saw a guy take a shit right there in the middle of everything.
Nice.
Yeah. That was pretty fun.
Winnie the Pooh.
I also saw a lady.
Speaking of shit.
Yeah. I saw
no, I mean, Winnie the Pooh's cool, but just the poo part of it.
Yeah, no, I get it. Right. I saw a lady of color.
Mm-hmm.
I do love the ghost montage in this film.
I love the fur coat that comes to life.
Yeah.
But so she was walking up and down a car. That's so cool. Oh my god. She was walking up and down the car asking people for money. And then she passes this white lady who's standing up in the just like the middle of the car, and she like just starts berating her. She's like, "Fuck you, white lady! Fuck you! You're the problem!" Blah blah. Like just going nuts. And this poor white lady has nothing to do with anything, and just like taking this verbal abuse. Like, I don't know what to do.
Get off at the next stop.
Yeah, well,
hey, it's Washington Square.
Yeah. Oh, Sam Stone goes 6 to midnight
with a rancor in the middle.
Yeah.
The
Why is a park bench
the eyebrows
have
on
a
that
spirit?
dude. Those are some epic eyebrows.
Some Eugene Levy style.
His glasses in the background.
Yeah.
Which is my favorite part of it, and that's Cheech Marin of Cheech and Chong.
I like how the Titanic has a ghost.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my favorite bit of the montage.
He got a line.
Yeah. No Tommy Chong, though. I don't know if at that point they had dissolved their partnership.
It bothers me, the shadow that's on the top of the frame right now.
Guy's always a cop. He's in Rush Hour as a cop.
Hey, Ben Stein.
I wonder if they try to win his money.
So last movie they had a cardinal directions correct map. Now they have one on its side.
They heard what you were saying. Yeah. Like, okay.
Let's fuck with him. Fuck this guy. Who, when we're filming this, isn't even 5. And has an airport named after him.
Yeah, that shadow was weird.
Yeah. It's probably because like the lights were so intense that they were like shining into the camera lens, so they had to
back.
Yeah, they had to drop down the barn doors.
Mont Cranston.
Yeah.
Why don't you go work for the Santa Barbara police? Or for Rob Lowe.
Yeah. Because that's more chronologically accurate.
Yeah, that's what he does after Rob Lowe fires him in Wayne's World.
Doesn't do anything until he gets hired by the Santa Barbara Police Department. Oh no, the same thing that happened in the first movie.
I mean, the plot of both the movies is basically the exact same thing. Like, they kind of get the thing together, like, hey, let's start the Ghostbusters again, or for the first time. Then we get
Dana's problem is going to kill the world.
We get super famous, blacks out the sun, no one believes the Ghostbusters, and then something shit goes down, they have to believe the Ghostbusters, they bust the Ghostbusters out, and they save the day. Like, it's basically the exact same plot.
Yep.
This is not the only movie franchise to do that, obviously.
Most movie franchises do that.
I mean, shit, most of the James Bond movies are really just glorified travelogues.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bill and Ted, though, they don't. Bill and Ted figures out a new thing.
Split it up, yeah. And now they're coming for a third.
Yeah.
I know, I can't wait.
I'm excited.
Just like Sam Stone coming for a third.
Damn right.
And I'll do it again.
That'll be my third album, coming for a third.
But you'll spell it like cumin.
Oh, yeah. With that face.
I hate Jell-O too.
Really?
I'm not a fan. It's too... I don't like the texture.
I like Jell-O.
There's always room for Jell-O.
Shut the fuck up, Fankman. Shut up, Swizz.
Hey, Swizz. Fuck you.
I know. So does this mean that like it's not Vigo's not gonna really like take over the world for like another 20 so years, if like everything went, according to plan? Or would he be like a Damien kid?
I feel like he would be a Damien kid.
You're a Damien kid.
Like he would get shit together as a kid, Like when the Red Skull possesses a kid in Earth X.
Sure.
It's a deep cut for you guys.
Mm. We believe you again.
Not for long.
Yeah. Once this is over, though, we're going to forget.
They don't have people cheering him on this time either.
Yeah.
No, there are people cheering in the background.
Yes, okay. They're just not as, right fucking there.
Well, this time around, they had a better, perimeter setup.
They really fucking sell when they fire these things, man. You know what I mean?
They're like that guy in the green jacket in the back of the prison cell in the first movie.
Yeah, exactly. That guy.
Don't worry, guys. I pointed him out if you haven't watched the first one yet.
Oh, you'll know.
You'll know.
It's like what I like to call the blue shirt raver in the movie Bronson, if you've ever seen. You ever seen the movie Bronson with Tom Hardy? It's a great film. If you've ever seen Bronson, you know who I'm talking about.
And if you have seen it, watch it again.
Yeah.
Pause this.
Pause this podcast. Commentary. Watch Mad Max. Teaser trailer. 2015 Belongs to the Mad. And then fucking watch Bronson for the blue shirt raver during the Pet Shop Boys. It's a sin. It's wonderful.
And then listen to, which is it, episode 3 of Catching Up, where you can listen to Jake tell you to pause
Catching
this
Up,
podcast.
episode 3, pause this podcast.
Is that what it is? Okay. You know what's funny? I haven't watched the trailer since that podcast. I have to admit, guys, I'm sorry. I know I've been telling you to do it, but I haven't.
It's not the Ecto 2, it's the Ecto 1A.
Yeah, kind of like the Enterprise 1A or Enterprise
1700.
Yeah, 17 Enterprise,
or 1701?
NCC 1701A in Voyage Home.
And it's the D in Next Gen?
It's D in Next Gen and then E in Generations.
Best.
Or after Generations, because it fucks up in Generations. Gets fucked up by Malcolm McDowell.
Gets fucked up.
I still want to watch that Doctor Who episode that David Morrissey's in one of these days.
The next
it's on
Doctor.
Netflix.
Is it? Even though I'd be completely lost.
No,
it's actually pretty accessible. Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It was a Christmas special, which they take pretty seriously as not like strict continuity. Like you don't need to have watched every episode to get it.
Cool.
Yet another thing that has nothing to do with Ghostbusters.
I mean, at this point, all the commentaries.
Yeah, I figure people have probably figured it out by now.
Well, again, commentary.
I mean, our most popular commentary. Well, it's an NES advantage.
Yay! Our most popular commentary is Waterworld. At this point, is our Waterworld commentary. We're halfway through it. We just stop watching the movie.
Give the fuck up.
Yeah.
Sony Walkman.
Your love keeps lifting me. Love keeps lifting me. Lifting me higher and higher. Your love keeps lifting me. Love keeps lifting me. Lifting me up higher and higher. If anyone's commentary is out of sync, you know. Because I got that on point.
You've been waiting your whole life for this.
I do. I fucking love this sequence. This is... I would argue that I prefer Ghostbusters 2 just because of this.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why, but I love it so much.
That's my favorite, it's one of my favorite sequences in the entire film.
And this is and it's just all a throwback to the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Basically, let's have another giant thing, but this time we're controlling it.
Yeah. It's like the Terminator 2 of Ghostbusters 2.
It'd be so cool if they brought back Stay Puft to work with the Ghostbusters.
Right.
They brought back Slimer to work with the Ghostbusters.
Like they were able to conjure Stay Puft.
Cheech Marin still just staring at nothing.
He's flabbergasted.
In an extra Egon suit.
Yeah.
I was born to wear another man's clothes.
Does she have little gummy people for earrings there?
I hope so.
That's what it looked like. They wiggled when she, kissed. I love the earmuffs.
So, if only they were playing Saving the Day in the background.
Or Trust.
Yeah.
Money, money, money.
Who do you trust?
I love how people just kind of roll with it. They're just like, fuck it. The Statue of Liberty.
They experience the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Yeah.
They believe again.
Just for a bit, and then they'll forget.
Well, not to mention now they're radiating the positive energy, and it is like
love keeps lifting me.
They're playing higher,
love
and it is like
lifting me.
The most positive symbol of the city, I think.
Yeah, that's why they chose it.
Yep. And an NES Advantage, the most popular positive system at the time. To be fair, is only competing against the.
Now you sing.
Yeah. It was what was it? Out at the same time as the NES, the Sega Master System and the Atari 7600.
Which is funny because they just had a shot of her foot coming down and it squished like it was padded. Not there. Maybe you shouldn't have had your car parked in the street.
I wonder if they can get sued for this one. We'll never know.
Didn't they have a comic book series that took place after this one?
Oh, and a cartoon series, too.
Yeah, they didn't get sued there.
There's still a comic book series going on.
You're still a comic book series.
They never got sued in real Ghostbusters, but they totally did.
Well, the statute of limitations is 5 years, so. I mean, it's probably more than that, but whatever.
Oh, no.
Ah, I'm turning into Max von Sydow.
Which is really impressive that I'm a little baby and I know who that is.
Yeah.
And that I have such a vast vocabulary.
He played Jesus in The Greatest Story Ever Told.
And played Chief Judge Fargo and Dredd. Or Judge Dredd, excuse me.
He was in Minority Report.
And The Exorcist.
He was the titular exorcist.
Yes.
The old man.
Even Father though he wasn't that old.
Yeah.
Well, he was the older of the two.
Yeah.
Hello.
What happens to Ray here always kind of freaks me out, too.
Yeah.
Kind of a nod to an earlier scene.
The makeup they put him in is terrifying. Yeah, you hoser. Because they're Canadians. Well, some of them are. One of them. Sorry, something just happened here in the studio, and it was silly.
More than usual?
Like a dead $1,000,000.
No, I mean, it's positively charged, but you filled his lungs. Oh. Ooh.
Ooh. We should have closed his mouth when we were shooting him.
Damn.
Another porn that Sam was in. Sure. He's a fan of the Grateful Dead?
Got the haircut for it.
He's got like Lars Ulrich's hair.
From like a while ago.
Yeah.
He's got Lars Ulrich's face, too.
Yeah.
Which is to say ugly. Take that, Lars.
Fucking make fun of my fucking hair. A fucking Ghostbusters movie, you
my fucking face. You know how expensive a pack of cigarettes.
You realize I fucking did the double bass kicks in the end of fucking 1 and it was fucking amazing.
Egon answered it for me.
I take nothing seriously.
He has the force powers.
Look at that hair. He just had sex.
And it felt so good.
So what's going on? Are they just like super gravity or what? Because
their legs don't work? I don't know.
Yeah. Look at that package. What was the end game with insulting him?
Distracting him from Oscar.
That didn't scar the kid for life.
It's a subplot in Ghostbusters 3.
Oscar's actually the bad guy conjuring up demons and shit.
He's gone nuts.
Dude, let's write that movie.
Yeah.
He's conjuring up demons to end the world on Valentine's Day, 2016. No one steal that.
Yeah.
Too late.
Damn it. I'm going to edit that out.
We're working with licensed property.
It's a fan film. Pro boner.
The best kind.
None of those amateur boners. That's fucking terrifying. Ziggy Piggy, Ziggy Piggy. No? Oh, that's fine.
It's a fisheye lens they're using right there.
Yeah. Ugh.
Kind of like Hector Hammond. Flash.
Ah. All these people, instead of going to Times Square for New Year's, went to the, terrifying gelatinous blob.
Yeah.
That's covering the museum.
Hell, Times Square is overrated. I'd rather go to the giant gelatinous blob, too.
Yeah, I probably would, too. Especially if that's where the Statue of Liberty was going.
Oh, yeah. Blasting higher, you'd follow it like the Pied Piper.
I would. They know my weakness. My love is lifting me higher.
That's good.
Man, that's what Sam looks like after a day of work. He's covered in semen from sex. Work.
And there's Chris. That's on his weekends.
Yeah, I'm not even getting paid for it. I'm just doing it for fun. Just sleep in a puddle of it.
You make semen angels.
You've seen my work. You follow me on Tumblr.
I'm a fan.
It's good for the hair. It's like a stay-in conditioner, so I just leave it in for a day or two. Good. That's a food.
Man, that's the most buff Dan Aykroyd's ever looked.
Yeah. Hey, look, Winston's got his Red Wings.
Yeah. The Statue of Liberty looks like it does in Planet of the Apes. Like that's what Charlton Heston finds.
Yeah. That probably killed a couple people.
Yeah. Decent chance. Well, that's it for Ghostbusters, unless they, actually make Ghostbusters 3, which will probably never happen.
Yeah.
But if they do, we will be there.
Oh, yeah. Even if they reboot it, I'll be there. Let's be honest. I saw the reboot of Ninja Turtles with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be there with proton packs on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll buy the $150. I'll buy the... Actually, you know what? By the time they make the third one, I'll probably be able to afford one of the $1,500 ones.
Oh, I hope. Yeah. Wow, this is terrible rap. But, yeah, so, that was it for Ghostbusters. And really for this year's Rocktober Halloween Horror Month. Hope you guys dug it. Yeah. We certainly did. A lot of fun. Yeah. We'll be
glad that we finally started watching good movies.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, other than Wild Wild West.
Yeah, so
the silence on that one.
Yeah, so we'll
Dusseldorf?
Yeah.
Slimer.
What's Dusseldorf mean, Sam?
German, let's see, what is Dorf? The hell is Dorf? Either way, Deutschen is German. So they're German things.
German dude.
Yeah. We'll just say German dude. But yeah, even though it's a lesser film in some regards, I still enjoy Ghostbusters 2 quite a bit.
Yeah.
Like it's
got some great stuff.
It's a good time. It's
got higher in it.
Yeah, it's got more for Egon, more for Winston. Yeah, it's just a really good time.
Yeah.
I think it's a worthy follow-up. I just could have, and they've
gone without the setup.
Yeah, and we finally see them get the keys to the city. Hopefully, so I guess they didn't get sued after all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess if the Statue of Liberty's back, I guess that's not how Charlton Heston finds it.
Yeah.
Unless it's a new one.
Yeah.
Unless they just made a new one.
Yeah, they just left the old one
in the middle of the city and built a new one. Oh, snap.
This is a decent song.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. But yeah. So we'll be back with some more horror movies next year. Next up, we've got a pretty cool anniversary. Certainly a character that we've all been talking about on the podcast, and
he is quite the character.
He is. We'll be seeing him in all of his major big screen adventures. So stay tuned. You guys are in for a treat.
Yeah.
Come Monday. In the end, that should take us through the rest of the year. So you guys will dig it. Thanks for tuning into this one, and this has been another Geek Out commentary. I'm Sam.
I'm Chris.
I'm Jake.
We'll see you next week.
And we are Egon. No, it's not going to catch on. That's fine.
We can try. You gave it a shot.
You did.